Double, double, toil and trouble, retards burn and autists bubble, fat teen girls who think they're special, breaking out of the Tumblr vessel, leaking that dumb shit onto Twitter. Is it a wonder why I'm so bitter? Welcome back to Internet Annoyances. I'm your host, Mike Osiris. And this is going to be a fun episode, considering that there's Wiccans and Pagans in my family. If any of you are watching, no hard feelings, just having a laugh over the extremists in your group. I'm not making fun of Pagans or Wiccans in general. Live and let live. I don't care what you guys do. It's no skin off my ass. I am, however, making fun of the retarded teen girls who buy a Harry Potter spell book off of Amazon, or a jar of herbs off of Etsy, and all of a sudden think they're witches or some shit. They then go onto sites like Tumblr, Twitter, or any other social media and pretend that they're badass. Let's take a look at some of these Twitter witches, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Part 1. Witches on the Web. Okay, so this first one seems to have a Napoleon complex going on. Is there some kind of fucking social hierarchy for witches? And I love the name drop of a fictional character, by the way. Especially since said character has been widely criticized for being a gigantic Mary Sue. And the strong bloodline comment has to be the most hilarious part of this. Strong bloodline, huh? Now where have I heard that before? Ooh boy, this next one. Try not to cut yourself on all this fucking edge. Really emphasizing the I'm not like the other girls bullshit that all those mid-2000s emo chicks posted. Wait a minute. Did the emo chicks of 2007 all turn to internet witches and art hoes? What a fucking downgrade. Now we're at number 3 and I'm starting to notice a pattern here. Now they're going on about being non-conformists as seen in the above caption. I see that the goth kids from South Park never went away. Sure, faggot, you're a nonconformist. You're so much of a nonconformist that you joined a group of other nonconformists and started to conform to their way of thinking and their rules. If you're such a nonconformist, then how come I see a rules tab on your shitty subreddit? Maybe if your cards were telling you this shit, it's time to grow the fuck up and take control of your own life. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a fucking Pokemon trainer. I had a toy Pokeball and everything, but eventually, I smartened up and realized that it's unrealistic and stupid to want to be a Pokemon trainer. But that's alright, because I still play the games and still have fun with them. I still have that in my life, but I'm not gonna gallivant around and post my adventures as a Pokemon master on the internet like a fucking dipshit. Why? Because I have a mental age older than 5, and I got myself out of that fantasy land before it consumed me and I became another Chris Chan clone. My main point is that it's okay to be involved in this shit, just don't make an ass out of yourself online and you won't get assholes like me ripping on you. Okay, Sharon, tell me how that spell works out for you. Oh wait, it didn't? Shocker of the fucking century! Maybe if you didn't have such a shitty personality, people wouldn't tell you to smile so much. Oh wait, did I say people? What I meant to say was cis white men. Because after all of my problems in life would just magically disappear overnight if all cis white men just fucking died. What do you mean I'm a massive cunt? Believe it or not, the subreddit I stole these images from is just a fringe group. To get into the real shit, we have to turn to Part 2. Witch Talk. Why the fuck do I keep doing this to myself? So what is Witch Talk anyway? Well, it's a group of attention-seeking teen girls on TikTok that do shit similar to what you just saw. And do you want to know the best part? I don't even have to look this up on that god-awful app. There's so much cringe it overflowed onto YouTube. I've got plenty of material to go off of on this site. However, now that I need to find it, it's nowhere to be found in search results, which is just fucking wonderful. So I guess I'll have to describe some of the ones I've seen. I don't know if that'll make it better or worse, but either way, it'll be pretty bad. So there was one where it was this normal guy asking if the witch talk thing was real or a joke, and this grown-ass woman who couldn't have been younger than 60 starts throwing random shit into a plastic mini cauldron, as if that'll do anything, and starts spouting a bunch of edgelord shit like, "Oh, you don't want to mess with our coven," or some retarded shit like that. Why not, Kathy? You don't even know so much as the guy's name and you're trying to curse him? Good luck, dumbass. And I guess a bunch of them are all pissed off because one of them hexed the moon or something. Yeah, I'm sure that happened. Totally not thinking that you're just a bunch of LARPing dumbasses at all. I see you TikTok witches as no different than the homeless heroin addict down the street that wears nothing but cardboard and tries to shoot fireballs out of his hands at anyone passing by. However, the difference between you motherfuckers and Bean Can Bob is that he's high off his ass 24/7. What's your excuse, Witch Talk? Part 3. Witchy Politics. Another one I've seen is that certain witches with a power trip think that their magic is so powerful that they can influence an election, or at least curse an elected official that they decided is a bad man. So, this is a Facebook group that I guess hexes Trump at every crescent moon. Let me say it again. They take time out of their day to try to hex or curse or whatever the fuck some guy that they've never met, but automatically decided to hate. I guess that they're done because Trump's gone, according to the About section of this page. Thing is that he served his term in full instead of what they wanted. It was much less that he was removed and more like how the process has been going for the last 200 some odd years. And on the flip side, we got a witch that is trying to curse Biden. At least they can stay nonpartisan with their delusions. But in all seriousness, how does this not look like the actions of a fucking crazy person to you? If you have a hate journal and you let it get to be 54 pages long, go to therapy. Go to therapy. Part 4. The Poofy Church. Now, I'm all for freedom of religion, but holy shit is this amazing. There's a subset of witches that started an online church that worships female genitalia. The Poofy Church of Modern Witchcraft is something that sounds like a parody straight out of GTA 5. They've got chants, poems, a hatred of trans people, the whole 9 yards. Alright, to show you what I'm talking about, here's one of their chants. Elephants. Oh boy.
Elephants, 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 elephants. I see us walking into the city on the backs of elephants, elephants, elephants.
I'm not trying to make the obvious joke here.
Elephants walking into the city, matriarchal elephants, 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 sisters.
Oh my god, it's right in front of my face. Oh man, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to take too easy of a target, but oh my god, they are not making this easy for me.
Elephants, elephants,
Elephants, elephants.
Remember, they're dead. Elephants walk together.
I don't think you elephants do much walking to begin with. Come on now. You could have chosen a better animal to identify with, and you chose elephants? What you overweight witches get called quite often? Holy shit, what were you thinking? Now, I know we have our fun on the Mike Osiris YouTube channel, and that's all well and good, but at the end of the day, you can't help but feel bad for some of these people. I'm willing to bet that this whole thing got big on account of mentally ill loners who are shunned in social situations, and then watched too many Harry Potter movies, and found an internet hive mind of similar interests to latch onto. When you think about all these communities of similar circumstances, it's probably reasonable to come to the conclusion that the internet as a whole is damaging to an already fragile mental state. Or at the very least, for all the good it does in that category, it's simultaneously doing just a tiny bit more harm. Sure, it can provide comfort, but it can also swallow you whole. So how can you avoid that? How can you make sure that you don't become the internet's next lolcow? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Moderation. Don't spend the whole fucking day on the internet. Don't hang out with people who are only in your life to fuel your delusions. Don't get hardcore into something. It's fine to be into something, don't get me wrong, but it's another thing when you border on obsession, and that isn't healthy for anyone. What I'm saying here can be summed up entirely by the following clip.
It's called closing the fucking computer!
And so ends the story of the internet witches. While entertaining in some aspects, are just another internet annoyance. How about I end the video off with a spell too? Stop being stupid on the internet. Get a damn job, or at least a pet. Break out of your bubble, tear it asunder. I'm Mike Osiris, and I'm going back under.
Wicked woman, who do you think you're fooling? Wicked woman, he knows what you're doing. Wicked woman, wicked woman, wicked woman, you go to hell.